Today we are out here on the Salmon River. And I saw what was undoubtedly a fish. Got one. There we go. Well, what is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Connecticut Angler. So, what are we doing today? Well, today we are out here on the Salmon River. Why the Salmon River? On this, I would say, unseasonably warm day in January. I mean, it's almost 40 degrees. Well, simple reality here is I've been to the Farmington a couple times in the last week or so. And I haven't been doing too great. Now, I really only have myself to blame for that, because I know there's been people out there catching. Almost busted my ass there. This is the hazard I endure when trying to talk to the camera. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so I know that people have been catching fish out in the Farmington. I've been seeing a lot of your guys' fish come through in the feed. Unfortunately, I have not been faring so well on the West Branch, so even though the West Branch is going to see a whole lot more of me over the months to come, I thought today I might just switch it up and see what I could do out here in Central Connecticut. You know, there's two different approaches you can really take when fishing for these trout in the wintertime. Kind of just throw junk at them and see if they're interested in that junk, or go the super tiny route and see if they're willing to just take something that looks a little more natural. I'm starting out with an egg pattern, kind of a big, buggy looking encased caddis nymph. Both of those in a dual nymph rig here. I'm gonna try that for a little while, and maybe we'll switch it up as time goes on. We'll have to see. We'll let the fish make that call. Anyway, let's keep going. Alright guys, well, in my hunt for some soft water with a little bit of depth, I think I've come to my first spot here. This is a really nice spot any time of year, to be perfectly honest. Look at that. Neat little inline spinnerbait here. I'll keep it. Alright, pretty nice looking spot over here. So we have this big boulder sort of in the middle of the river. We got these little cascades or rapids coming down on either side. I'm just going to be putting the nymph right through the softer water downstream of the boulder itself. Indicator drowned, but there was certainly no fish there when I set the hook. So the area out there may be quite a bit shallower than I thought it was. Let's see if it happens again. If so, I'll have to lessen the amount of line beneath my indicator. Yeah, it happened again. I think there's a couple more shots. I think once we get in the faster water and the rig is moving a little quicker, these nymphs aren't going to sink nearly as deep as they are in the softer water. give this area a shot. This is again another one of those scenarios where we have a very large boulder sort of midstream. It's working to really break up the current flow and create a very soft, long eddy.
Alright guys, so I've been casting around at this pool quite a bit. Now I haven't hooked up with anything, I haven't even had a take. But what's interesting about this spot is the river bottom in this area directly in front of me is all sand, very light sand. Now, pretty much the entire time I've been fishing here, I hadn't really seen any fish at all. You'd think I would see fish down here if there were any. But I was kind of casting out there in spite of not having seen anything, hoping that maybe they're just that well camouflaged. Now I was getting ready to move along, and I glanced over just about towards the seam over there, and I saw what was undoubtedly a fish. Race from the sandy area up into the darker stuff, up more towards the boulders over here. So I actually have had at least visual confirmation of a fish. Now, where that fish is currently, I couldn't even begin to tell you. But it is giving me at least enough hope to hang out here a little bit longer and drift my rig down through here a couple more times. Got one. There we go. Ooh, we're heading downstream. I'm kind of pulling him up from downstream here. That's tough. Got him. All right. Alright guys, not too bad. This guy took the squirmy worm. I'll tell you what, I needed a confidence boost and that certainly gives it to me. Let's let this guy go. Alright guys, well I mean, at least we finally hooked up with something, right? Certainly broke a two-time streak of getting skunked out in the Farmington. And what did it take but a squirmy worm out here on the Salmon River? But hey, you know what? I'll take it, guys. I'll take it. Sometimes you just need that confidence boost to get through January, am I right? Anyway, let's see if there's anything else we can get while we're out here. I'm kind of focusing on the spots of that same general pattern that I've been fishing most of the time that I've been out here. Namely, the pockets, eddies, and seams downstream of these large boulders. Well, someone's definitely been through here just shortly before me, which is interesting really because I haven't seen anybody out here, but I've seen their footprints all along the riverbank here. Well, whoever it was, if you're out there, I hope you had some good luck. You know, it's funny, this water is crystal clear, but while you think it ought to make it arguably easy to just see these fish, just visually confirm they're there before you even cast. The rippled, broken surface of the water and just the mishmash of sand, sticks, and different colored rocks that dot the bottom mean that even when this water is crystal clear like it is right now, it's still next to impossible to make out the shape of a fish. Oh guys, we actually got a little bit of sun coming out here. Not too shabby. Unfortunately, my time here in the river has drawn to a close. So where does that leave us, guys? Well, first of all, with an uncharacteristically short video. But I guess maybe that's the theme here today, guys. That sometimes fishing in winter in Connecticut means adjusting your expectations. There's not going to be any big finale to this one. There's not going to be any stops at other pools after I do my outro here, where I'm going to come up with some more fish. This is just it. A day in the water, spent about 4 hours, got one rainbow. Sometimes you come out here, you freeze your butt off for one fish. That is what winter trout fishing is about from time to time. But hey, I mean, the thing is, guys, when trout fishing is your thing, it's worth making the sacrifices of comfort, even if it's just for one fish. That being said, I hope we see quite a bit more fish in the next video I'm able to bring you guys. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, hit that like button, it really helps the channel. And if you like what I'm doing out here, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.